Hi everyone, welcome back to With Love Designs, and today I will be showing you how to decorate a notepad for work. I take a lot of notes at work, so if I can make something prettier than a regular notebook like this, then I'm gonna do it. The notebook usually comes blank, and I just decorate based on how I feel. This is an old Stampin' Up! Stamp, which is Be My Valentine's, and I like bees, and you can tell just how cute they are. Brings me joy. And this one here, I used Echo Park's Valentine's paper pack from last year, and I stamped out "You Make My Heart Happy," and I die cut it with Lawn Fawn. And then this one is also a Stampin' Up! Stamp called Petal Park, and stamped it out all the way. Again, makes me happy. This is also a way of bringing my craft, my creation to work, and it brings me joy and makes me smile when I'm stressed. And the stamps that we will be using is "I Can Do All Things Through Christ Who Strengthens Me." You can purchase this stamp from Sassy Stamps, or they've changed the name to Creative Worship. I will also be using Petal Park and Sentimental Park. So let's get started. I stamped it out, but as you can see, there was a smudge, and this paper is shiny, so it's going to take a long time for the ink to dry. So what I usually do is I cut to size the paper, and then I'll just glue it on at the end. With that said, this is my scrap paper, and will be my paper that we'll be designing on. And first and foremost, I will like to stamp out the sentiment in the middle. Clean my stamps real quick. Then I'll use some inks. This one is Highland Heather from Stampin' Up! I always do the outline first. So the sentiment here means a lot to me because when my husband got COVID really bad, he was in the hospital for 2 months in a coma for a month, and both lungs collapsed, life support. We actually had to say goodbye to him one time because the nurses said that he wasn't going to make it through the night. I felt like I pretty much shut down when my husband was in the hospital, and with my brother coming down, helping me out with my son, and just forcing me to eat essentially, because I just didn't eat any longer. I was no longer myself. So this verse here gave me strength and gave me hope. And when things were really bad with my husband and it seemed like they were giving up, this gave me strength, knowing that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So truly believe it, and it means a lot to me. So what it is, I took a different color, a lighter color. I stamped it out so that it can be a little bit lighter, so it's not so dark, and I'm stamping it out this way. So now we're just gonna fill it in with a lighter color. And stamp it all the way through. And it doesn't have to be perfect, right? It's your creation. It's what brings you joy. But stamping out my own, or creating my own cover for my notebooks, it's just a lot of fun for me. Because I know I did it. I made that. And I got time to spend de-stress from work. Clean take my stamp. Now we're going to take the smaller flower and we're going to stamp it in blue. A dark blue and then a light blue. So again, the outline first, and you just make sure, like the way I'm paying attention, how the stamps are, so it's easier for me to stamp it out and put the layer on top. So now I'm going to fill in the gap between the flowers here. Down here. Probably up here too, right? Might as well finish it. The corners. Cleaning my stamp. And now, so I'm done with that. Now we're going to stamp it out again with a different color, blue, for contrast. And stamp it out because I don't want it to be too dark. See how dark that is? I want it to be lighter. It's lighter blue. Just be a big mess if I left it this dark. That one did not turn out so well, but it's okay. It's hard to focus when you're looking through a camera versus actually stamping it out. All right, there you go. Hope everybody had a good holiday. I am going back to work tomorrow, so I gotta get going and creating my notepads for me this year. Again, just really, honestly, just to bring me joy while at work. Not that work is bad, it's just sometimes when you have a stressful day, for me, this makes the day better by being able to look at my creation. All right, so that's that. So now I'm going to put some greenery, right? Clean out my stamp again. And then we're going to do some greenery. So just stamping through, filling in the holes, or where I think it should go. There is no rule to this, just where you feel green should go, or a particular decoration or a stamp should go. I feel like. That's too much. That's enough. You can definitely overstamp for sure. So this one I did just straight ink without stamping off. And then lastly, I'm going to put yellow. Bring some yellow in here. This is just little dots, but it makes a big difference. So just stamp it around. I think that's enough. Wait, maybe one more over here. And here. And there you go. That's how I stamp it out. I leave the middle alone so I can read the scripture with no problem. And I'll take the notebook that I showed you guys earlier. I'll take some glue, glue the back of it. because glue helps me, gives me some wiggle time before it sets permanently. So I've done enough glue. I don't want to put too much glue, right? So now I'm laying it down, making sure you can see that there's space there. So I'm going to move it and make sure that I cover the edges. Now I'm good on both sides, and I can push it down, and it also gives the paper sturdiness. I am using 110 pounds here, so in it itself it is sturdy. So here's the finished product. I also stamped out something else in here, and this one says, "Give God your weakness and He'll give you His strength." So I could do that on every page or every other page. And here's the finished product up front. So thank you for joining me today. Hopefully I've inspired you to create your own notebook cover, stamp it out, and hopefully it brings you joy as much as it's given me joy to do it on my own. Very easy, obviously, to take a piece of beautiful paper and glue it on and be done with it, but this one I feel I take more pride in it because I actually created the pattern or the design and stamped it out and made it my own. So that's what crafting is about, right? Make it your own. So here's the other stamps that I've used, or the other notebooks that I've created last year, and then my newest one for this year. I want to give a shout out to my subscribers so far, people who leave comments, and those who like my videos. It makes me happy and encourages me to continue to create stuff to share with everyone. If you do enjoy this video, please like and subscribe and comment, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.